Okay, three, two, one. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. Three, two, one. Okay. Wait, now this is better? According to this, that it turns out it is. Three, three, three. Wait, guys, we're testing the audio. Let me know if you can hear me. Wait, guys, we're testing the audio. Let me know. One, two, three. Can you guys hear me? Wait, guys, three, one, 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 one. Let me. Hey, can you guys hear me? Really? You can hear me now? Well, what's with the chat delay? The chat delays that you see that was because you see that I was testing out the audio to make sure. Okay, now listening. Now, it's based on what you're hearing right now. Okay, one, three, three. Now, if I add this, does it make it better or worse? Hold on. Okay, three, two, one. Did I make it worse or no change at all? I mean, I have to wait like 15 seconds for part. Oh, oh yeah, it's in slow mode. Slow mode, by the way. Let me turn. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. But guys, you guys can hear me, right? We're testing out the audio right now because before we do anything, okay? Now here's the thing: by adding this, does it make it worse, or does it make it worse, or does it make it worse, or that or made it a little better? So you guys saying basically, I just basically just keep this on, right? Because I do have a microphone. I also have this as well because I don't want basically to it's the same. It's clear. Okay, if I take this off, no wait, if I take this off, like does it make it better or just make it worse? More quiet, but still a little more quiet. Okay, so does that mean I have to be close to the microphone? Okay, now we're gonna play a little music to see that basically if my voice is very clear when it comes, you know. Okay, now how about now? Testing one, two, three. Testing one. Testing one. One. Say, let me turn on the music. Say, let me turn on the music. One, two, three. One, two, three. Oh, I. Right. Okay, before doing anything, let's turn down off the slow mode. Need to turn that off. Right. Okay, I turn off slow mode. Okay, now now you guys basically should basically do chat freely now. Okay, you see, it's not a marriage ring; it's technically a promise ring. Okay, huge difference. Okay, no, I don't think so. Hey, we got viewer. The ring better. They may never know. Still waiting for my USB, my 7 USB ports. My 4 USB port thing in order to do that. What the heck? Hold on. Frank, are you serious? Hold on. All right. Okay, you have a hotel. No. Okay, so here we go, guys. Okay, for the December streams that we'll be playing Metal Gear Solid 3, uh, Snake Ear. Okay. Now you see that because Metal Gear Solid Delta is gonna be released very soon on the PS5. So basically, we're playing the OG, by the way. Okay. It's okay, I already know her. She's always like this. Okay. But thank you for putting that guy. There's a there's a North American version, the European version. Wait, what that? If you're playing the North American version, save data is shared across both to more. Okay. If you're playing the Japanese version, it's not compatible with North American. Okay. Wait, why we're not getting full screen? Okay, that is weird. I had to transition. I told you about USB ports. I had to transition basically from that to that. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so here's you guys. Here's the thing for this for each sub, Twitch or Kick. By the way, that's one. You get one bean of this hot bean. By the way, okay. The last thing is that basically for 10 subs, okay, we get we get toxic waste, okay. Now you see, I got this from Black Friday. Well, technically I got this from Walmart. You see that I actually did went through my Black Friday shopping, and basically I only got 3 items. Okay, because I did this last year and I bought a lot of stuff. That's why, buying things basically very got limited to me. So basically that I had to I was very disappointed when I did my Black Friday shopping. Okay, be sure to check out the IRL on the main channel, by the way. Okay, so basically that this is toxic waste hazardous candy. This includes basically it has three, four pieces packs of toxic waste, four pieces of toxic of nuclear fusion. The first one I said is hazardous sour candy. Two is double shooters at sour smog balls, and one is one pack of toxic waste atoms. Okay, so basically that you guys want if you want me basically to do this, okay? That's all you have to do is basically complete the sub goal, and then that's pretty much it, okay? Now you see Elden Ring stream is finally done, okay? After basically 5 streams and also over 300 deaths, that's a dude is finally done, especially if it's solo, okay? You have no idea you have no idea how long it took me to finally kill that dude, okay? You guys definitely want to see that. Basically, to be sure to check out on the gaming channel. Okay, the VOD's already there. Okay, basically this is the whole month. Okay, the whole month will be this game. Okay, and after that, January is gonna be a different game. Okay, it's trying to be technically consistent. Okay, and also that you see that Sunday is the only day that on Kick that we're playing Fortnite. Okay, okay. So you see, I technically know what to do, but however, it's been a while since I played this. So like, we're doing confident, okay? We're gonna do hard, okay?
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey! Are you deaf?
He said put on your mask.
pressure is complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes
Okay,
to drop
now-
off. Opening rear hatch.
Now the microphone's connected to the desktop. Wait, you guys can still hear me, right?
Sunrise.
Okay, good. Thank you, Yudo. Okay. Who guys here has played this game?
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Don't be shy. Who here has played this game?
Falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
I haven't played this game, but
Jack,
other-
I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the
Okay.
green light for the virtuous mission.
So you see that basically that the Metal Gear Solid 3
No,
is the prequel of the
virtuous
first
mission.
Metal Gear
The
Solid
future
1,
of our
okay?
Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
See, I got other games besides this, okay?
So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well,
This is also on Black
about
Fridays.
2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
Unfortunately, Black Wukong is not on sale,
His
by the
name
way.
is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet
Holy
forces
heck
were on
now.
alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time.
Guys, here's the thing. If you guys are
Either
planning to
give up
purchase any
Sokolov
games
or
on
risk
Steam,
full-scale
there's a lot of
nuclear war.
games.
In the end,
A lot
we
of
had no
games
choice.
basically that's on Steam.
President
It goes
Kennedy
all the way
gave
to,
into Khrushchev's
December 4th,
demand.
by the way. Take advantage of it, okay?
The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side.
You
Sokolov
have no
kept on
idea
screaming,
basically
"Save me."
how on Black Fridays basically for those who collect consoles like me, no who actually play
Then a
the
month
physical
ago,
versions of the
we
game,
received
that
some
you have
new
no idea
information from one of our
basically
models.
About Sokolov?
The physical
Yes.
version is
He
basically
was taken
compared
back
to the ones on
research
Steam.
facility and forced to
Steam's a little
continue working
cheaper
on the weapon in question under
from what my
KGB
friends were telling me, you know, and I can see that.
Or
So you
on
say
the
that.
verge of completion.
So say Star Wars:
So
The
what
Fallen
kind of
Order
weapon
is
is
like
it?
15 bucks
Something
on the
to do with space
PS4,
rockets?
while it's only like $4,
No.
3 or 4 bucks right now.
Same technology.
That's Steam.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Oh really?
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
Say that I also got the Jedi
No,
Fallen
according
Order,
to our
Stardew
intelligence,
Valley,
he's in Selino Yas, a place in the
Chrono
mountains
Trigger,
about 3
another
miles to the
horror
west
game,
that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Dragon Ball Z Fighters,
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
and Final Fantasy
They
IX.
moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility.
And I got Resident Evil 4.
This is
Yes,
our
I
last
have
chance.
both the
Sokolov
physical
must have known
version
that
and
too
Steam,
when he
by the way.
contacted us.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
It's maybe the longest intro to a video game, and
The shock will be
however,
less
it's kind of
than
worth it, you
during
know.
a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a
Oh, so you
4-hour
say that
time
I
limit.
actually
If
saw
all
some
goes
similar
well, it
games,
shouldn't take more than a few
however,
hours.
can't imagine
Home in
basically
time for
driving a
dinner.
truck for like 8 hours, you know.
If anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
I still have,
all the rest of
I
your
still
meals
have
in the
Supermarket Simulator. Because you say that I'm looking for a similar game that basically is kind of like fast paced, okay? I did have Cooking Simulator, but however, The thought of memorizing all those recipes is giving my brain like turn to mush, you know. Turn to mush, you know. Actually, no, I actually kind of didn't. Yeah, what is supermarket together anyway? Oh yeah.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
I was sure to check that out.
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox
For those
unit's
who just tuning
specialty.
in, the difficulty is hard
other
because
words,
I have played this
weapons and
before,
equipment are
but I
procured
haven't
on
played this
site.
in
That
years.
goes for food as well.
The
You're
last time I played this
completely
was on the
naked, just as your name
PS2.
implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying for the controller, I'm still using the PS4 controller. Okay, circle is looks like punch. Pretty combo like that. X is crouch. Okay, R1 is look. R2 opens this. I guess like it basically points whatever's in front and centers your view and like that. Okay? Holy heck. Okay, because they're using the settings of Xbox controllers. That you see, X is actually squared. Okay. Oops. basically you're kind of like in the wilderness, and then basically you had to hunt for stuff, okay, in order to refill your stamina, okay? The right bar is basically your health, and the gauge below that is your stamina, by the way. Oh, here's another snake. Oh, there it is. Wait, what do you guys think, okay? Anyone who plays this will remember this
I see
nostalgia
you've
thing.
retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating
Remember,
procedure.
guys, this is technically the
You
prequel
can't
of
leave
Metal Gear
any
Solid 1.
traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy
See, I have
territory is
played
already a
all the
violation
Metal Gear
of international
Solid games,
conventions
and
of
I'll say
warfare.
Metal Gear Solid
There
3
aren't
is my
supposed to be
favorite
any
Metal Gear
American
Solid.
soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see
I'm technically one of the
You
few
can't let the
people who
enemy know you're
actually
there.
likes
This is a
Metal Gear
stealth
Solid
mission.
Twin Snakes.
You're a
It's
ghost,
actually a
Snake,
remake
in
of the
every
first
sense
Metal
of
Gear
the word.
Solid. However,
There'll be
it just
no
added
rescue if you're captured. The
some
military
elements
and US
from Metal Gear
government
Solid
will
2.
deny any involvement in the affair.
I'm also one of
Then
the
I'll
few
just have to
people who
take care of
actually likes the
myself,
Phantom
huh?
Pain. But
I'm
I'm
afraid
also the
so.
other people.
You've been
I'm
given
also
a fake death pill
one of
for
the a
that
few
purpose.
people. Well, a few people
SIS
who actually
guidelines stipulate
hate
that soldiers
Metal
on
Gear
covert
Solid
ops like
Survive.
this one
No, Metal Gear
be issued a
Survive.
potassium cyanide capsule.
I've actually
Tape
played
it to
this.
your body so you
I've
can
actually
take it
played
when you
Metal
need
Gear
to.
How
Survive.
generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy.
It's technically one of
Send
the
you
most
into a
boring
state of
games I
false
ever
death
played in my
for a
life.
short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission,
Oh,
right?
the Age of
Right.
Empire.
I guess
what
that
is that?
means
I never
can't
heard of
count
that.
on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
For those who don't know, she is played by
right.
Lori Allen.
It's me.
If you guys actually saw on my gaming channel shorts,
Let me hear your voice.
I actually went to the Metal Gear Solid Fan Convention twice, okay? And I also basically I had
You've lost
really
weight.
most of Metal Gear Solid voice actors gave a shout out to my channel, by the way.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But
Okay, so I pinned the comment. I said in the comment of that short. Okay, by the way, you should check that out. Okay.
A soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more.
It's actually
That's doubly
called
true if he's
Romance
a career
TV.
Soldier. Right and wrong have no place.
It's the second
in his
Han
mission.
Dynasty on
He
China,
has
the
no
Virgil
enemies
class in
and no
DC
friends.
ties.
Only
It's a
the
Koei
mission.
game.
You follow
Okay.
the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times.
Oh wait,
People's
here's it. Do you have
values
any
change
idea how
over
deep that
time,
is?
And so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as
That
an
is
enemy
so
in
deep, you
absolute
know?
terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be
wait,
key.
in the
Those CQC techniques I taught you
PlayStation
are
version,
sure to come in
they
handy.
added new dialogue to this one.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov
Another
is being
game on
held
the
in an
Sega Saturn
abandoned
called
factory
Winning
located
Pulse
to
is
the
a
north
horse
of your
racing,
current position.
breeding routes,
Avoid heavy
rebirths to
combat and
race.
don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Here's the thing. We have a Mark 22 tranquilizer gun, okay, the pressure microphone, and a knife, by the way, okay? So basically the gist of this game is basically is to get through enemy territory without getting seen by anyone in general, by the way. Yeah, I was thinking that first, you know. My guy here saying the interface is kind of good, you know. So these are alligators, by the way. You have to be very careful, okay? If they bite you, you're dead. Okay, watch this. Okay, that's a beehive. It's right over here. Move. I'm totally serious. See? Shit. Move out of the way. Totally serious. Quicksand. Totally forgot about quicksand. And that was horrible, you know. Oh shit. Why not? Try to get away from quicksand. Oh, by the way, those are hornets, by the way, not bees, by the way. Oh, shit. Like I said, horrible, you know? Oh, there's a guava. Okay, here we go. Now, here's how basically you refill your stamina, okay?
Not too bad. I want some more.
This reminds me of the Vietnam War game with the jungle. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna show you what happens when you kill animals, or basically tranquilizer guns, okay? That's pretty much what this is, okay? You can actually use your tranquilizer gun to basically throw at enemies for your advantage, okay? And you say that we're not taking advantage of the camouflage yet because we're not attacking any enemies yet, okay? Okay, so here we go. Now here we're countering enemies, okay?
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Yes, take advantage of that, okay?
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as
Yes,
you go along,
one
okay?
with nature, by the way, okay? gonna die, okay? Okay, so that's what happens when you use this fake death pill. So that's what happens basically if you don't use your Cavill index, okay? Now we're gonna do that, okay? That's why you have all this customization, by the way.
What the? I'm just seeing things. What the?
Wait, this is hard, by the way, okay? That's why it's much easier for them to notice me.
Freeze! Freeze! No, wait!
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to do that. I totally forgot basically how to basically interrogate someone, okay? Because basically you can actually interrogate someone with your knife, okay?
Who's that?
I got so close.
Freeze!
No, wait!
Freeze!
Okay, by doing that, you're mostly gonna be crawling on your stomach a lot, you know. Yes, you'll be doing this a lot, by the way. There you are.
We're under it! Don't shoot me, please!
Freeze! Answer me!
Hold it.
Hornets! They're terrifying!
Answer me!
Crocodiles taste great.
Speak!
Oh! Who's that? What the?
Shit. Oh, give me a break. Looks like I'm not gonna get any big balls breaking because of this.
Freeze.
No, wait.
Speak.
We won't hand over Sokolov.
Speak.
Let go of me.
Speak.
We won't hand...
Freeze.
So there. Okay, now I remember. Now, okay. How long did it took that? It took over like 5 continues to do that. Okay, let's do this, guys. Time to get my game on. Okay. Oh, give me a break. Totally forgot basically because I never played hard before. It's very easy for them to notice me now. Like,
Freeze! No, wait! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Please don't. Huh. Huh.
Speak.
If you climb trees, there's fruit.
Speak.
Inside fallen tree.
Speak.
Bat.
The enemy.
Freeze.
Now for this one.
The enemy. Please don't.
Speak.
The crocodiles are ferocious.
Speak.
Bastard.
Answer me.
The crocodiles.
Freeze. Freeze.
Don't shoot me, please! Oh!
Speak.
Hornets! They're terrifying!
Speak.
Crocodiles taste great.
Speak.
Throw a grenade into a crocodile's mouth.
Speak.
You louse!
Freeze.
Well, there you go. Finally, okay.
That's tasty.
Oh, forever. Oh, wow.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh my god, that was really close.
Freeze.
Don't shoot me, please!
Speak.
You stink.
Freeze.
We're under it. Don't shoot me, please!
Freeze. 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 Speak.
Up ahead, our numbers are strong.
Speak.
If you fall from the rope bridge, you
Speak.
bastard.
Freeze.
We're under
Freeze.
attack.
Answer me.
Under the rope bridge. Flatten yourself against the cliff wall.
Speak.
Let me go!
Freeze. Freeze. Answer me.
Watch out for hornets.
Answer me.
I shot down a hornet's nest and got stung.
Speak.
Let go of me!
Freeze.
Wait, that's taking too much time, okay?
Major, I've
My
reached the
God,
abandoned factory
Ronal.
where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
There's one bit over there.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Commencing alert status.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Shit. Oh, give me a break.
I think I saw something. I think I saw something. Guess I'm seeing things. I think I saw something. Who was that? What's wrong? Huh?
Shit. Give me a break.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
And someone was there, but we're not gonna bother to do that. Okay, we spent like technically like over an hour to finally get to this part.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Enjoy the cutscene, by the way, guys. It is totally worth it, by the way.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Huh? Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that cutscene. Okay. Now, I'm probably going to ask yourself, what happens if you actually kill Ocelot? Well, you see that because that this is the prequel of Metal Gear Solid 1, so basically, if you kill him, it will create a time paradox. I'll show you what I mean. Ready?
Snake, what have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox.
Oh, there you go, okay? So basically, you're not supposed to kill him, okay? Oh, wait, he's dead. Supposed to, you know. Wait, my biggest question is, you can't even go through there. Then how are you supposed to get up there? I remember I used an AP sensor and someone was here. Was it here? It was here. normally the recovery time would have basically finished, you know. Now you're wondering that what these even taste like, you know.
Not so great. Delicious.
What do you expect basically from a mushroom, okay? Okay, now I get it. Okay, okay. At first I did not know basically how that works, you know. Okay, so this is a cutscene, so we can turn this off.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear
And by the way, the
missiles from that
Shagohod
kind
is
of
basically
terrain.
before
Oh, yes.
Metal Gear.
And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
By the way, this is a long cutscene, by the way.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
That's in other words, basically, you cannot move at all. Basically, bandages and disinfectant. You just have to look over that, okay? You don't have to remember all this. You're supposed to look at that, okay? Bandages and disinfected. Bandages and disinfected. It was cut. Oh, cuts. You need cuts. Bone fracture. And there you go.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Shagohod.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
There you go, guys. That's the end of the virtuous mission.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Well, again, this is another long cutscene.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected.
then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal,
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their codenames are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
don't know about you, but my heart rate will be exuberating after that, you know.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Okay, wow. I think the idea is kind of like being in the jungle, you know. Okay, so here's the scene. Oh, wait.
You just heard a horse?
Yeah,
You sure it wasn't something else?
I know a horse when I hear one.
I would figure that
Are
out.
there any wild horses in Selino Yask?
Do you really expect me to say yes?
No.
So what should I do?
There's only one way through that area. All you can do is move forward. Head towards the sound of that horse. It came from the north. Be careful.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare. You've eaten one, haven't you?
Yeah, it wasn't half bad.
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Talk to you later. The gauge below your life...
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
He was
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
What can I say?
Snake, king cobras are making their home in the area you're in now. The king cobra is the world's largest venomous snake. Its large size means that it has a lot of... Eat food to recover...
Okay, so here's the cutscene.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
Man, that is really deep, you know.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
Because she is the boss.
Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with Volgin isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my
I
enemy?
mean,
Hurry to the factory.
I
where
don't
Adam
know
is
if I
waiting.
can do that, you know.
Scouts have probably
Basically-
already been sent out to investigate the explosion.
Basically, trying to
You've
kill
lost your
someone
weapon,
I've
right?
known for over 10
Means
years.
You've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever
How
you
would
do,
you guys would do?
don't let them see you.
What the hell is this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Shit, I gotta hurry up. Camel. Man, here's the thing, you're really nice. Yes.
Is somebody there? Who's that? Ah! What's wrong?
Give me a break.
Acknowledged.
What the hell is this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Who's that?
Shit!
Radio, call HQ. is this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Oh my god. Oh, it's serum.
Somebody there? Who's that?
Oh shit. Shit. Yeah, break. And I was really close.
What the hell is this? Huh? Huh? You... Radium. Great. Can't use the radium.
crystals. Thank you, AP sensor. Basically, I thought items cleared the way, you know.
Snake, there are rats living in that area. The rats in that area are the descendants of wild Norway rats that were domesticated by humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
Uh-huh. So how do they taste?
Snake,
What?
they're rats.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Ugh.
Sounds like the Cobra Unit's members. The Davy Croc.
And bug juice. Say zombie, yeah. Oh wait, I cannot go through it because that gay thing. Nope, can't go through there. Let's see what the guy. Let's see if the guy's correct.
You can capture animals when you get.
Okay, nothing in there. Okay, nothing in there. Jeez, we.
got yourself an AK-47, huh? The AK-47 is the official assault rifle of the Soviet Army. The first model was completed in 1946, and in 49, it beat out all its competitors to become the standard assault rifle of the Soviet military. It uses 7.62 millimeter by 39 rounds developed in 1943, and a 30-round box magazine originally designed for a different assault rifle. You can aim it from the shoulder by equipping it in first-person view and holding down the aim button. It's sturdy and extremely reliable with high power and precision. There's no better assault rifle in the world. Snake, what
Okay,
are
now
you
here
doing?
it is. This is the funny part.
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know. I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here, in the box.
Destiny?
Yeah, and then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness.
Uh-huh.
Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and Paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
That was really fun. Okay, so here's another long cutscene.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me. Trapped.
Get down! There is your answer. The name's Eva.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although, in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty, guys. Okay, thank you all so much for tuning in. Okay, if you guys like this, be sure to give me a follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so for now on, so basically that's for Metal Gear Solid 3, this will be December's game for December's game of the month. Okay, so that means that so basically just like Elden Ring, that Metal Gear Solid 3 will take over the entire December stream. Okay, on both Twitch and YouTube, and Twitch and Kick, by the way. Okay, Sunday. Sunday is is Fortnite, by the way. Okay, so we should have tuned in to that. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and happy Black Friday for those who had doing their Spanish option, and happy Thanksgiving to all. I'm grateful for all of you guys just tuning in, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one.